Story 1. AITA for booking a hotel room as part of a date night? Throwaway account. Backstory: my girlfriend, 31, and I, 33, have been dating for 5 years, living together for almost 3 now. 2 months ago we adopted a rescue dog. We love the dog and having him has been amazing so far except for one small problem. The dog developed extreme attachment to my girlfriend and won't let her out of sight even for a minute. This is not a big problem since work is flexible and we have made it work. However, our intimate time has taken a deep hit since we can never close the door of our bedroom without our doggy loudly howling and crying. We are working on this separation anxiety separately and hopefully it will get better on time. Lately we joked about how we can't remember the last time we had sex and how we will never having private time ever again. All for good laughs. Last week while browsing a website that lists discounted products and special promotions, I stumbled upon a great deal at a fancy hotel in our city, 10 minutes walking distance from our place. I immediately thought about her and booked the hotel and a table for dinner as well, thinking about it as a nice way to enjoy a casual date night and provide us with some space for us to be alone. I also made arrangements for a friend of ours to stay home with our puppy. After all the arrangements were done, I sent her a flirty message with the details of my plan. However, her answer was way different to what I expected. She called me immediately and yelled at me. In her words, she was furious that I booked everything without asking her first and disappointed that after so long time of being together I would believe she would be happy about such a plan. Also a waste of money and a stupid thing to do given we live in the same city. It's been now a couple of days and she's still angry at me and I feel a deep void inside. I never expected this kind of reaction and started to consider I did something outrageous. I apologized already and cancelled the whole ordeal. However, I can't stop thinking about it and haven't been able to sleep since. AITA here? Edit to answers some questions. We both have great salaries and spend this kind of money on regular days for dinner. She has mentioned a few times that she wishes we were able to have sex and cuddle comfortably without worrying about the dog. We have to close the door because if the dog is in the room, he jumps in bed every time. It's not about him just watching us doing it. Redditor comments. 1. Yeah, duck you for checks notes arranging a romantic surprise for your GF. Let me spell it out, what you did was nice. It is her reaction that is inexplicable. Why would she say she'd never be okay with it? It's not like you were going to abandon the dog, you found a sitter for the dog to keep it company. Listen to that feeling. She rejected you. She rejected you emotionally, romantically, and sexually, in a cruel way, and she is blaming you for it. There is no coming back from this. Your relationship is over now. Now she got this dog. Now she is prioritizing this dog over you. You have been replaced. Plan your future accordingly. If you stay with her, and, God help you, she ever has a baby, the same shit will happen all over again. NTA by the way, NTA at all. 2. I think there's a common misconception about romance, resulting not in a small part from rom-coms to sit-coms like How I Met Your Mother, that spontaneity equals romance. In these situations, the partner, usually a woman, is portrayed as being overjoyed that their partner whisks them away. But IRL people are complicated. They have their own crutches to get through life, and their own perceptions about other people's intentions. Even something that one person thinks is only a nice gesture can be interpreted differently. The way to avoid this, talking. Suggest that you could share a night in a hotel, and the suggestion itself can be fun or flirty. She might say yes, she might say no. But she's a part of the choice. The spontaneous act can impose a pressure through social cues, meaning she feels like she has to go ahead or upset you. This is especially fraught around sex. No one wants to feel peer pressure into sex by their partner, whether intentional or not. So I'll say NTA. But think carefully about what is going on behind the scenes, whether this was for her or mainly for you, and whether you really included her in this. 3. Alright, not a hole. She's not wrong. After dating her for this long you didn't realize this isn't something she would want. I'd also be a little miffed if my partner wasted money on a hotel room in the same city we live in. I, personally, and maybe your GF too, think that's pretty dumb. That being said, I guess you were trying to do something nice, it just didn't land. Doesn't make you in a hole, just a little ignorant to your relationship. 4. NTA. That's a very ungrateful response to what sounds like a well thought out surprise. This reaction over a dog? Look, I love animals as much as the next person, but you can't spend your whole life catering for them. Being around your pets too much is not good for them, they never learn independence. You would be well within your rights to discuss how disappointed you are with her reaction. 5. It sounds like your GF likes, or if she's anything like me, needs, to be involved in big date night decision making and doesn't like surprises. She could have responded differently, yes, but it seems like she immediately reacted and didn't take time to put her thoughts together before calling you. My anxiety and OCD hates surprises and I/need/ to be a part of the planning process. I can handle being approached with an idea, but if something is set in stone and I had no input, I'd have the same immediate reaction she did. However, my anxiety also makes me a super people pleaser, so I'd warn my partner that I'm upset and need time and space to put my thoughts together in a rational way as to not upset them. Is this the first time you've surprised her with something big? It's a bit concerning that you're shocked by her reaction after being together for 5 years. Story 2. AITA for booking myself a spa day while mother-in-law is visiting and not inviting her. My 35F mother-in-law, 70s, is visiting us for a few months from overseas. It is only the second time we have met. She is lovely and we have a good relationship, although there is a substantial language barrier. I'm a mid-30s autistic female. I have a demanding job that requires my social brain and attention/executive functioning skills to be constantly on max. The masking is mentally and emotionally draining, and I typically spend an hour alone after work to decompress before picking up the kids, making dinner, etc. Without this recharging time for too long, I risk having a mental breakdown. Yes, I have a therapist. This is an accommodation we found works for me. It's been a few days since mother-in-law arrived, and since she is here, after work we spend time together communicating via our broken versions of the other's language. It is good to have quality time, but I am struggling with the new language plus even more socialization after a full workday for consecutive days. My brain is tired, I'm on edge and can tell I'm more sensitive to stress. I haven't had no human interaction downtime during my waking hours in several days, and can feel my mental state cracking. Onto where my behavior may make me in a hole. I just remembered I have a rare day off work in a month, when our kids will be in school. Super excited and too impulsively, I went to tell my husband that I'd like to go to the Korean spa that day, something I do every few months. I hang out in the nude saunas/hot tubs for a few hours by myself, unplug from technology and get a massage. It resets my brain and I feel amazing for a few weeks after. After the words left my mouth, I realized I had been an idiot. Just because my mom hates massages, doesn't mean mother-in-law does. Sure enough, she recognized the word massage and said she wants one. My husband asked if I was taking them too, and said he could only do it after 4 p.m/it would be rushed, and I realized A, that this did not sound relaxing at all anymore, and B, how selfish I sounded. I had not thought of inviting either of them. It had been a rare treat for myself that I budget for mental health, and I barreled ahead with my routine without considering we had a new dynamic at home. After realizing that the saunas/etc. were part of the trip, mother-in-law said she wasn't interested in it anymore. We agreed to take her to a regular massage another day. I felt so ashamed, and scolded by my husband, that I cancelled my appointment. My husband is still ticked at me for wanting to book a treat for myself during mother-in-law's stay without consulting the two of them to see if wanted to come too. AITA? Edit. Forgot to say mother-in-law is not home alone 24/7 with nothing to do. We are taking her sightseeing, to local events, full weekends and evenings together. She lives alone, and is accustomed to peace and quiet during the day. Redditor comments. 1. NTA but your husband is. He should be understanding that you are reaching your mental limit with social interaction and should not get onto you for wanting alone time like any reasonable person would. You should go to the spa or go get your nails done or something, because it sounds like something is going to give soon, and then it seems like they will still try to make you the bad guy because you should appreciate family, and you didn't have to freak out like that, even if has been building for weeks/months. 2. NTA you would have been better off not bringing it up though, as that is what started the whole rift. Does your husband not know you have been doing these spa days for a while now? It isn't something new that you just chose to leave them out of. 3. NTA and I want to add, you are a very nice person, everything but selfish. You have specific needs you are neglecting only to be nice with your mother-in-law and HB, who, by the way, should be the one taking care of your health. He should gift you the spa. 4. NTA I think maybe just try explain to your mother-in-law why you're doing it and try booking so sort of other activity with just the two of you to show her you want to spend one-on-one time with her, you just need a minute on you own. Also you husband sounds like a bit of an ass, he knows your struggles and should have thought of that. 5. NTA. At first, I thought mother-in-law was visiting for a week or two. But, nah, when the visit is being measured in months, you definitely aren't being selfish by taking time for yourself. To smooth things over, perhaps you can offer to book a session for your mother-in-law so she can have her own day at the spa on a different day than your own.